Elementary Chinese Reader 4, Lesson 68. 干涉, which means to interfere or intervene. The story is written by冰心, who was one of the most well-known Chinese female writers of the 20th century. Her writing style was very influential and it led to the birth of冰心style, and which is still adopted by many young writers and many of children's literature in China, such as children's textbook.冰心became famous in May 4th literary world as problem novels because her stories focused on individual issues or family problems. One of the best known novels by冰心is Two Families, which was the first novel written by her. And this story, which we are about to read, Interference, it was written very late in her career, almost at the end of it in 1988.冰心Literature Museum in Changla, Fujian was the first literary museum in the country to be named after an individual. This museum was established in 1997 and present the literary work of冰心and her photographs and also her personal items. Let's read冰心's story, Interference, which is about young children's interfering in their parents' twilight love, old age love, and this crude interference of children's has been criticized by using this story. 小兰手里拟着一摞小兰, this is a name. 手里, 手 is hand, 里 is inside the hand. 捏着, 捏 is to hold between thumb and fingers. 一摞, 摞 is a stack or a pile. 杨千教授起, Yang Qian, that is name of a person. 教授, professor. 起, to open or for him. For professor Yang Qian. Shanghai Liu Qian. Shanghai, Liu is willow, Qian is a seal. And that pile had a seal of Shanghai. The Hong Kong Shen Fang. Hong Kong is airmail, Shen Fang envelope. So Xiaolan held a pile of airmail envelopes on which it was written for Professor Yang Qianqi, and it had a seal of Shanghai willow. 呆呆地坐在父亲的书桌旁边. 呆 is blank or absent-mindedly. 呆呆地 absent-mindedly or blankly. 坐 to sit. 在 at. 父亲 father. 父亲的 fathers. 书桌 书 book. 桌 table. Study table. 旁边 Pangpian is a side. Blankly sitting at the side of her father's study table. 爸爸临时到沈阳开学术会议. 临时 is time, small period of time or temporarily. 爸爸临时到 to arrive. 沈阳. Shenyang is the capital and largest city of China's northeast Liaoning province. Khai, to hold or start. Shui Shu, academic. Hui, a conference or a meeting. Father had temporarily went to Shenyang to hold or to attend an academic conference. 出了2个星期，出了 went 2个2星期 week went for 2 weeks. 这是2个星期 these 2个星期 these 2 weeks nay within song from Shanghai 来的信 the letter came from Shanghai. So these letter came from Shanghai within these 2 weeks. 一共是四方一共 altogether 四方 altogether there were 4 letters. 某上处都不保 某 is to feel 上处and 上来 these are grammar particle to indicate movement of something from a distance farther to a closer distance or the opposite movement from a nearby place to a farther place. So mo shang chu is feeling the envelope from one end the far end to the closer end, like feeling this envelope up and down. Mo shang chu dou, no exception about all the 4 envelopes. Pu pao is thin, not thin. So when the envelopes were touched or felt from the farther end to the closer end, all of these envelopes were not small, they were not thin. 而且日记示范转述而且 and 日记 is handwriting. Word by word this z means the character 汉字的 z and 记 is a mark or a print. 日记 together means the mark of a character or handwriting. 示范 extremely. 专书 is elegant or beautiful. So the envelopes were not thin and the handwriting was very elegant and beautiful. 好像 to appear or seem, it looked as, the handwriting looked as. 春风里 Chun is spring. Chun fang is breeze. Li inside in the spring breeze. Yao ye is to sway or move in a very fine way. The liu zhe. Liu is willow. Zhe is a branch or a twig. Yi pan in the same way or same manner. The handwriting looked like a willow tree, a branch of a willow swaying in the spring breeze, or it was very beautiful. 爸爸是经济学教授。经济 is economy or economics. 学 is academic discipline or study of economics. 爸爸是经济学教授 professor. Father is a professor of economics. 是个学术权威。11个 is a 学术 academic 权威 authority, or he holds a prestige in the academic discipline. 他已经70岁。已经 is already. 70 岁 is years. He is already 70 years of age. 过了退休年龄。过了 is go over or cross over. 退休 retirement. 年龄 age. He is already past the retirement age. 合适 but 学院里 academy. High still. 清楚 请求 is to request, 他 him, 带 to carry, 几个 several, 研究生 or graduate students. He was already past his retirement age, but the institute has requested him to carry on with some graduate students. 爸爸和妈妈是大学里同班同学。Father and mother, they were 大学里 in the university. 同班 same class. 同学 students. Father and mother were classmates in the university. 恋爱结婚的恋爱 is to fall in love. 结婚 is marriage. The grammar particle, they fell in love and got married. 婚后 after marriage. 婚结婚的婚婚后 after marriage. Yo again 一同 at the same time or together. 留校 留 to stay. 校学校 the 校 school. After marriage they again together stayed at school. 教学 to teach. 生活社饭美满生活 is life. 社饭 extremely. 美满 is satisfactory or happy. Life was very happy. 他们有两个女儿 They had 2 daughters. 小兰和小范小兰 and 小范 The name of 2 daughters were 小兰 and 小范他们也都结婚了 Both of them were also married. 小兰是和她的小兰 is with 她的 her 一同 classmate. 上山下乡上山 up in the mountain, go up in the mountain. 下乡 go down to the countryside. The 这情 educated youth. 王伟东 this is the name of a person. 恋爱 fall in love. 结婚的 got married. Xiaolan went together with his an educated youth classmate called Wang Weitong to the mountains and countryside and fell in love with him and got married. 有了一个8岁的儿子有了 have 一个8岁的 8 years old 儿子 son. 叫当当 called 当当 they had a 8 years old son who was called 当当小欢和他的爱人李作小欢 and her lover 李作是在大学里同班 they in the university were classmates. They were in the same class in the university. 恋爱结婚的 fall in love. 结婚的 got married. 她们两姐妹婚后姐妹 is sisters. 婚后 after marriage. The 2 sisters after marriage. 都分住在各自的机关里都分住在 they live at 各自 respective or their own 各自的机关里机关 is office or organ 里 inside. After marriage, both the sisters stayed in their respected organizations. 爸爸和妈妈的宿舍 Father and Mother's dormitory 是大学 in the university 高这 高 is high 这 is 这是的这 knowledge or intellect 高这 is high knowledge or high intellect or senior intellectuals or here in this case senior professors low building li inside in the building for senior professors 一个4 room 一厅的单元 厅 is hall 单元 is unit or apartment so father and mother's dormitory was in the building for senior intellectuals it was a 4-bedroom 1-hall unit or apartment 他们夫妻的卧室是比较大的夫妻 is husband and wife 卧室 is bedroom 比较 comparatively 大的 bigger the bedroom of husband and wife was or the couple was comparatively bigger 放着有放着 is to be placed 有 have 西梦色 this is a kind of fashionable double bed 褥子 mattress the 双人床 双 is a couple of pair 双人 is a bed a pair for 2 persons 床 bed or a double bed in the bedroom was placed a double bed with a kind of fashionable mattress 大床衣柜大床 big 衣柜 cloth wardrobe 五斗柜 chest of drawers 等等 etc 比卧室小一些 compared to the bedroom a bit small 两张书桌对面放着两张书桌 two study tables 对面 opposite 放着 placed two study tables are placed opposite each other 如同一张大放着如同 as or like 一张大 one big 放 square draw table like one big square table 沿墙是好几个书柜沿 is along 墙 is wall 是好几个 several 书柜 bookcases or book cabinets 客人来了 guests came though no exception 称赞 is to praise or compliment 房子布置 arrangement 房子 is room 布置 is arrangement the 真 real or really how good whenever the guests came all of them praised the nice decoration of the room 不幸的是妈妈50年前不幸 unfortunately 是妈妈 mother 50年前10 years ago in because of 心肌 cancer 心 is heart 肌 is nerve or muscle gang is to obstruct or se is stop a myocardial infraction or stoppage of heart muscle 突然出事了 突然 is suddenly 出事了 is to die 出国世界的世 word going away from the word suddenly 10 years ago she died because of a myocardial infraction 爸爸吃饭悲痛吃饭 extremely 悲痛 is sad or sorrowful father was extremely sorrowful 害怕妈妈的 骨灰盒还 still 把 to take 妈妈的骨灰。骨灰 is ashes of the dead. Still took mother's ashes or bone ash. Her, this is casket or box. Fang zai, to place or put at. Zhi, self. Shu, zuo, book table. Pang pian, side the. Shu jia, bookcase. Still put mother's bone ash box at the side of his book table's bookshelf. Lai pei pan. Pei pan. Lai pei pan. Zhi pei pan is to accompany or be a partner. Lai pei pan. Come be a partner. Zhi self. To be his partner or to be his accomplice. Ta bu hui. Zhao liao zhi. Bu hui will not. Zhao liao, to take care of. Zhi self. He will not take care of himself. Xiao lan yi jia. The whole family of Xiao Lan. Bian han gao sheng de. Then very happily. Pan, to move. Lai he ta tong chu. Came with him to live together. Xiao Lan's family happily moved in to live with him. Papa 把那间大卧室让给他们。那间大卧室 that big bedroom 让 let 给 to give 他们 them. Father gave that big bedroom to them. 日期住到书房里去。日期 self 住 to live. 住到 to live at. 书房 study room 里 inside. 去 to go. Himself went inside the study room to live. Tong tong, he, tong tong also. Yo, naka, by that. Lao ai, old aunt. Tai, che, carried. Chu, to live. Zai, pei, wu, li, in the north room. Papa, 每月的工资. Gongzi is salary. Dad's salary or dad's monthly salary. Yi da pen, a big part. Dou, jiao gei, to give. Xiao lan, zuo wei, jia yong. Zuo wei, to act as or for. Jia, home or family. Yong, use. For the use of family or family household expenses. 小兰觉得日子过得又轻松又自在。小兰觉得 is felt. 日子过 days pass. The 又轻松 轻松 is relaxed. 又自在 自在 is comfortable. So Xiaolan felt that her days are passing or she had a relaxed and comfortable life. 她努力把爸爸侍候好。她努力 is hard. 侍候 is to serve or attend. How good. She worked hard to serve her father well. 想不到 unexpectedly 在妈妈死去10年之后。死去 is death. 10年 10 years. 之后 later. Unexpectedly after 10 years of mother's death. 爸爸到上海. Father arrived at Shanghai 开过 to open or start or here attend. 一个 水树 academic, 会议 conference or meeting, 回来 come back. Unexpectedly, after 10 years of mother's death, father come back from an academic conference. 爸爸的精神活泼了起来。爸爸的精神 is spirits, father's spirit. 活泼了。活泼 is to be active, 起来 to come up. Father's spirit became active, or he became more lively. 面色 is expression. 面 is front, 色 is color, the color of the face or complexion. 也 also hong red. Run is smooth, and his complexion was also fairly red or smooth, or he became happier. 说话 the speech 也 also 显得 visibly or apparently 兴奋 excited. His speech become visibly or apparently excited. 而且 and 还 still 常常 often 得到 to obtain or receive 上海柳见这种 this kind 很厚的信 Ho is thick or large, Shin is letter, and he often received Shanghai Liujian letters, heavy letters or long letters like this. 爸爸是不是有和人搞恋爱了 Father is or is not again with somebody has fallen in love. 小兰上心底永上心底 Shin is heart, Di is from the base or foundation, from the heart. Xiaolan from the heart of Xiaolan. Yong Shang. Yong is pour or rushed, Shang is up. From the core of Xiaolan's heart, poured out or poured up. Yi Gu 酸涩的滋味 Yi Gu E 酸涩 sour 滋味 taste or flavor. From the bottom or the core of Xiaolan's heart emerged out a sour feeling or sour or bitter, somewhat bitter, sour taste. 是替妈妈吃素呢 Thi is for or replacement of mama. Ch, tsu is jealousy. Na. Is it jealousy in replacement or for in place of her mother? Hai shi or kan pu chi papa. Kan pu chi is to look down upon somebody or despise or scorn. Is it jealousy in place of her mother, or is it looking down or disdain or scorn for her father? Fang fu, as if. Ta zheyang, he like this. Zuoyo, by doing. Shi shan fan. Shi is a mistake or fail. Shan fan is identity. Or if by doing this he is demeaning himself. Ta shou li na zhi na ji fang xin. Ta she shou li in the hand. Na zhi holding between thumb and fingers. Ji fang xin those several letters. Zhang zai fa leng. Fa leng is to stare blankly. So when she is staring blankly like this, Mei Mei Xiao Fan Lai Le, younger sister Xiao Fan came. 她是来看爸爸的 She had come to see father. 听说爸爸临时到山阳去了 Heard father temporarily had gone to Shanyang. 有看见小兰手里的几方神 Again, 看见 saw 小兰手里 in the hand of 小兰几方神 those several letters. 小兰便把日记心里的一路小兰便 to turn or then 把 to take 日记 self 心里 in the heart the 一路 is doubts. So the doubts in the hearts 小兰 then 告诉了妹妹 told to her sister. 不料小贩却很高兴的笑了起来。不料 unexpectedly 小贩却 yet 很 very 高兴的 happily 笑了起来 smiled or laughed. Unexpectedly 小贩 laughed happily. 说 said 妈妈走了以后 walked 以后 later after mama went away or after mother died. 爸爸似乎 appear or look father look 老了许多 a lot older. 如今有了对象 如今 is now 有 again 有了 to have 对象 is a partner. So now again he has a partner. 如见 zu is sufficient. 见 to see. 如见 it is sufficient to show or this proves. 老来也需要贴身的老来 old age 也 also 需要 need 贴身 personal the being personal or some personal space. 可以讲些老话的伴侣可以 can 讲些讲 is to speak 些 some 老话 old things or old conversations the 伴侣 companion a companion who can speak or talk about old things. 此外还有许多事比如冰糖此外 in addition 还 still 有 have 许多 many 事 matters or things. 比如 for example 病痛 illness 我们到底不能照顾的周到我们 we 到底 after all 不能 cannot 照顾 to take care 照顾的周到 attentively or satisfactorily after all we cannot take care or do this attentively satisfactorily or completely. 我看这是如果有了眉目我看 I see 这是 this matter 如果 if 有了 happen 眉目 a solution or a prospect. I see if this happens it's a possibility or prospect. 你千万不要干涉千万 must make sure or by all means 你千万 you must make sure 不要 no need 干涉 to interfere you must not interfere by all means. 小兰难过的说难过 is with difficulty or sadly. 小兰 said sadly. 我不是想干涉 I don't want to interfere. 不过 but or however, Papa, Lin, Lao, Lin is near Lao, old. Yo, again, Lian, I fall in love, Jie Hon, get married. But father is old, he again fall in love and get married. 他的学生们听见了 his students after hearing or heard 也会消化 也 also 会 will 消化 laugh 小芬小说小芬 said with a smile 你和王伟东恋爱的时候 You and Wang Weitong 恋爱的时候 at the time when you fall in love 妈妈还不同意 Mother still not agree or still disagreed 现他不是书香门第出身现 is to disagree or object 他不是 he is not 书香门第 a family of scholars 出身 to come from she objected that he is not coming from a family of scholars 不是爸爸坚持说 have not father persisted Shaw said 坚持 is to persist or insist on something had father not insisted and said 不要干涉儿女的恋爱和婚姻的自由吗不要 don't 干涉 interfere 儿女 daughter 恋爱 falling in love her and 婚姻 marriage the 自由自由 is freedom or liberty ma interrogative so Xiaofan asked have not father said at that time that you must not interfere with daughter's freedom to love and marry 我看你还是 I see or hear I think 你还是 you still 两个姐妹的谈话两个 two 姐妹 sisters 谈话 discussion or conversation the discussion of or conversation of the two sisters 就讲这说不下去了讲 is a dead end or deadlock 讲这 went into a deadlock 就讲这了 then went into a deadlock 说 speak 不下去了 cannot carry on their conversation hit a deadlock and it could not go further 过两天爸爸送山羊回来了过了过 is to go over or cross over 两天 2 days 爸爸送 father from 山羊回来了 returned from 山羊小兰把上海柳建的几封信给了他小兰 gave him the letters from Shanghai 柳燕他高兴的接了过去高兴的 happily he happily 接 is to receive 过去 went over he happily took it and went over 看过了小对小兰说 Seeing, smiling, to Xiaolan said. So he said to Xiaolan, 这位刘教授要参加一个旅游团来到北京。This Professor Liu need to participate in a tour, in a group tour, 来到 coming to 北京。在上海开会时，他接待过我。At Shanghai 开会 meeting 是 time 他接 is to receive, 待 is to treat or attend, 过我 me. At the time of meeting in Shanghai, she hosted me. 我想我也应该好好的接待他。I think I also 应该 should 好好的 good or well 接待 to treat or host 他 her。晚上过道墙上的电话响了。晚上 in the evening 过道 on the 墙 wall 上 up on the wall the 电话 telephone 响了。响 is to ring, rang. The phone placed on the wall rang at night. 小兰不等 Xiaolan did not wait. 爸爸出来 come out. 便 then 抢着出街。抢着 is to rush, 出 to go, 接 to receive. Because Xiaolan did not waited for her father to come out and receive the call, she rushed and received the phone. 摘下了话筒。摘 is to pick, 下 了 come down, picked up, 话筒 is receiver, picked up the receiver. 注说 is according to, 注说是 according to what it said or what the number said, 是 song from 科学院 from Academy of Science. 招待所 from hostel or guest house. 打来的 come from Academy of Sciences. According to the number or according to what it said, it was coming from a hostel or guest house from Academy of Sciences. 话筒里 in the receiver 是一位 is a 女人 female 很清脆 清脆 is clear 声音 sound. In the receiver there was a very clear sound of a woman. One asked, 杨倩教授在家吗? Is Professor Yang Chen at home? Xiaolan said, 在您贵姓啊? Yes, he is at home. What is your honorable surname? Hua Tong Li Shaw said. Inside the speaker, somebody said, 我姓刘 my surname or my last name is Liu, 从上海来的 I'm coming from Shanghai or I'm from Shanghai. 这是爸爸已经站在山后。这是 this time 爸爸已经 already 站 to stand 在 at 山后 behind. By this time already the father was standing beside her. 把话筒接过去 把 to take Hua Cong, receiver. Jie, receive. Guo Chu, went over. Went over, taking the receiver. Xiaolan, yi niu shen. Xiaolan, yi niu shen, turning the body. Bian, then. Hui, return. Tao, to or towards. Zi, qi, self. Wu, li, room. Xiaolan also turned her body and went back to her room. Pa, wu man. Pa, to take. Wu man, the door of the room. Pang ti, pang de. Pang de is a loud voice. Yi shang, sound. Guan, to close. Guan shang, closed. Le, past tense mark. She slammed the door shut or shut the door with a heavy noise. Papa, 来抠他的五门小着说 Kou is to knock. Father came, knock 他的屋门 knocked her door. 笑着说 smilingly said. 刚才 just now 哪个 that 电话 telephone 就是 in fact 哪位 that 柳青教授来的 This call just now was from Professor Liu Qing. 我想陪他 我想 I desire pay to accompany 他 her 在 at 北京 1 2天 2 days. I want to accompany her for 2 days in Beijing. 在 again 请 invite 她来 she came. 家吃饭 home for dinner. 到时 arrived that time. 你就 you then. 准备 to prepare 一下 a bit. You can prepare it a bit. 也叫小贩夫妇来参加吧 Also call 小贩夫妇 husband and wife 来 to come 参加 to participate. Also call 小贩 couple husband and wife to participate in the dinner. 小兰低着头 小兰低 to lower 着头 head. 小兰 lowered head. 了 以上 so an 以上 or sound or ye. So she lowered her head and just said Song 第二天起 from the next day or from the second day. 爸爸就天天出去 Father go out every day. 每天练走是都说每天 every day then near 走 to walk 是 time every day when it is time to go 都 no exception 说 said every day when he is about to leave home he says or he said 我不回家吃饭了 I will not be home for dinner. 你们不要等我不要 don't need to or no need to you don't need to 等我等 is to wait 我 is me you don't need to wait for me. 到了 to arrive 爸爸让他让 is to let or ask 准备 to prepare. 请客的客 is guest. 请 is to invite. 请客的 treat. 那一天 that day or that day arrived when father had asked her to prepare for a treat for the guest. 小兰一面 你翻的一面 on one hand 你翻 board 你翻的 board or in a tireful manner 帮这 helped 老阿姨 old aunt 做菜 to prepare dish 小兰 on one hand helped in a unwilling manner her old aunt to prepare dish 一面有的想一面 on one hand or on the other hand 有 sullen or gloomy the 想 thought in a gloomy manner on one hand she helped in an unwilling manner old aunt and on the other hand she thought gloomfully 假如爸爸真的和刘教授结婚了假如 if in case or supposedly 假如 if Papa father 真的 really 和 with 刘教授 Professor 刘结婚了 married in case father actually get married to Professor Liu 我们 we 就 then 必须 must 把这房子 take this room 让 let 出来 to leave out in case father actually married Professor Liu then we must move out of this house or room 回到 return back 那两 those two 那两间 those two 窄 narrow 小的 small 单元 unit 里 inside and return back to those two small petty units 出国上前那场请安的日子出国 went over or gone over 上前 earlier 那场 those 请安 poor the days I have gone over those days or those poor days 连保姆也请不起了连 even 保姆 is a babysitter 也 also 请不起了 to employ or hire cannot even employ a babysitter 我必须 I must 干涉 interfere 爸爸的这段婚姻 I must intervene in father's marriage 在这天的宴会之前在 at 这天 this day 宴会 banquet 之前 earlier or prior to before the banquet on this day 他从墙柜里搬出他 she 从 from 墙 wall 柜 cabinet 里 inside she from the wall cabinet or wall drawer 搬出 pan is to remove 妈妈的 mother's 骨灰盒 ashes or urn 来 to bring or come before the banquet that day she from the wall cabinet brought out the box of her mother's ashes 辐射了一下辐射 is to wipe off 一下 a bit wiped it off a bit yo again 摆在摆 it's a grammar particle 在 at 爸爸书桌 study table 旁边 side the 书架 bookshelf 上 up She wiped the box of her mother's ashes and placed it on the bookshelf next to the dad's table. Hi, Zai, hi, still or in addition to, Zai, at, Ke, thing. Ke thing is drawing room, He, Papa, the Shu, Fang, and father's study room, He, War Shi Qiang, bedroom wall, Shang, up, Gua, to hang, Shang, Chi Chang, several, Papa, He, Mama, Pu, Thong, Shi, Qi, Pu, Thong, not same or distinct, Shi, Qi, different periods or different time intervals. The Heying is a group photo or a joint photo. In addition to placing her mother's ashes on father's study table, she also on the drawing room, bedroom, hung several pictures of different periods of life of her father and mother. Xiao Fan Fu Fu. Fu Fu is couple, husband and wife. The husband and wife Xiao Fan, Zai, at, Yan Hui, banquet, Qian Pian, earlier. Qian Pan, Pan is half, Qian earlier, Pan Xiao Shi, half an hour. Pan Xiao Shi, half an hour, Pan Xiao Shi, the Sai, only then. Xing Chang Chang De. Xing Chang Chang De is with great interest or with great eagerness. Lai Le came. Xiao Fan couple or Mr. and Mrs. Xiao Fang came to the banquet only half an hour before the time and they were very excited. Hai Tai Lai Yi Da Ba Xian Hua. In addition, Hai Tai Lai, Tai is to carry, Lai came. So they came carrying Yi Da, a big, Ba Xian Hua. Xian is fresh, Hua is flowers. In addition, bought with them a bunch of flowers. Zai Cha Hua De Shi Hou. Zai at Cha is to arrange, Hua De Shi Hou. While arranging flowers, Tham Kan Le, they saw, Ke thing, drawing room, He and Papa Wu Li, father's room, the Shinda, new Pu Zhi, arrangement or layout. While arranging flowers, they saw the drawing room and father's room's new layout or arrangement. Tau Jing Cha, the Tui Zhe Le, Yi Yan, Tau, both of them, Jing Cha, surprised, the Jing Cha, the surprisingly or surprised. Tui Zhe Le Yi Yan, Yan is eye or looked at each other with surprise. Yo Kan Le, Yo again, Kan Le saw, Xia Lan, Yi Yan again gave a look to Xiaolan or saw Xiaolan. Mo De, silently, Ti Xia Le Tou, Ti is lower, Xia down, Tou head, silently lowered her head. 这是爸爸已经陪着，这是 this time. 爸爸已经 already, father already, 陪着 accompanying 以为衣着 is clothing, 很 very, 素净 plain and neat, 素净. At this time, father was already dressed in a plain and neat accompanying clothing. 仪态很大方. 仪态 is mannerism or poise, 很 very, 大方，大方 is of a good taste. 年纪在60岁左右的妇女进来，年纪 age 在 at 60岁60 years 左右 left or right or around 60 years age. The 妇女 woman 进来 entered. A woman around 60 years of age entered. 一面笑着向他介绍说 At once 笑着 笑 is to smile smilingly 向 towards 他 her 介绍 introduced 说 said 这是我两个女儿的家里人这是 this is 我两个 my two 女儿 daughter 家里 family 人 person. This is the family of my two daughters. 有对他们说 again to them said. 这位就是刘青教授。这位 this 就是 in fact or is 刘青教授 Professor 刘青。大家 everyone 向 towards 前 front 一一的 one by one 握了手握 is to shake 手 is hand everyone one by one shook hands 喝过茶后喝 to drink 过 over 茶 tea 后 after drinking tea 下兰立刻 at once or immediately 就 then 带 to carry 客人 guest 去 to go 参观 visit 他们的 their 住舍 is the house or residence. After they have drunk tea, Xiaolan immediately took the guest to see their room or residence. 爸爸看见日记的书架 Father saw 日记 self the 书架 bookshelf 上 up 有 again 摆上了 placed 妻子的 wife's 骨灰盒 box of ashes. Father saw that wife's box of ashes is again placed on his study table. 面容 is facial expression. 不由得 can't help something or cannot help. 面容 facial expression without his control or he cannot help his facial expression. Yansu is serious. Sheila came up. After seeing the box of his wife's ashes, he cannot help his facial expressions become serious. Fan chuo shang. Fan chuo is dining table. Shang on the dining table. Wang Wei Tong her Xiao Fan. Wang Wei Dong and Xiao Fan, Fu, couple, husband and wife, Tao. Both of them, Re Qing warmly. Tong Keran with the guest, Tan Xiao is to have a discussion and laugh at the same time. So at the dining table, both the couple, Wan Wei Tong and Xiao Fan, enthusiastically and warmly talked and laughed with the guest. Ye Wan Chang, Wan Tuan. Also one to ask Chang long, one ask Tuan short, asking the long and the short. This is an idiom which means to make small talks or asking familiar questions to familiarize oneself. Asking one question long and one question short literally means one question is long, other question is short. Idiomatic meaning is to make small talk. 知道 to know, Liu 教授的 Professor Liu's 老伴 Lao Pan is old companion. Pan is a companion. It can be used for both husband and wife. Guo Chu, go over or went over, or in this case died. 12年了 12 years ago. It has been 12 years that her husband has been dead. 也有 also have 已经的已 already 婚的 married 两个儿女 two daughters. Also she had already married 2 daughters. 也都住在各自的宿舍里 also lived in their dormitories. 这每星期天 这 only 每 every 星期天 Sunday 到 arrive 刘教授 Professor Liu 住在 house or residence 来聚餐 Chusan is to dine together. So the 2 daughters were married and they only come to Professor Liu's house every Sunday to have dinner together. 小兰翠 yet 小兰是去了 except 去了 except 向 towards 客人 guest one bowl li inside the bowl. Ja to pick up or press. Chu is coronal cherry. Why except only Xiaolan yet except for putting a coronal cherry in the guest's bowl. EU pu fa EU one word. Pu fa not speak, did not spoke even a single word. Tong tong chui yet tong tong xiang towards tha her his mama erpian mother's ear. Qiao qiao the kua qiao qiao quietly kua praised. Yet tong tong quietly to his mother's ear praised. 这位老太太真好。这位 this 老太太 old aunt 真好 really good. This old lady is really good. 饭后喝过咖啡。饭后 after the dinner 喝过 drank 咖啡 coffee. After dinner drank coffee. 刘教授 Chu. Then Professor Liu 起身 got up. 道谢 thank. 告辞 to take leave. After drinking coffee, Professor Liu got up to thank and to take leave. Papa Shua, father said. 就送你 song is to see off. See you off. Tao to Chuzu Che, the taxi. Chan, station or stand. Pa, suggestive particle. Let me see you off to the taxi stand. Xiaolan 表示 Xiaolan displayed or expressed. Ye also Yao want Chu to go. Song to see off. So Xiaolan also expressed her desire to see her off. Xiaofan Qimang. Xiaofan Qimang is hurriedly. Zai at. Jie sister. Jie the 胳膊 arm shung up. Niela ipa. Niela is to squeeze or hold. Xiaolan got ready to also see off Professor Liu. Then Xiaofan hurriedly squeezed her sister's arm. Xiaolan 这好说 Xiaolan only had to say. Tong tong 陪外公走一趟吧 Tong tong pay to accompany Wai Kong is grandfather from the mother's side. Zhou, to walk. Yi, Thang. Thang is a trip. Xiaolan said to Tong Tong, accompany your grandfather, walk. Yi Thang, a trip. So, on this trip, to the trip, accompany your grandfather. Tong Tong Chu. Chuela, Chu Chu. Tong Tong then. Chuela is to chase out. Chu Chu went out. Tong Tong then, chasing, went out. Pu Chu, Tong Tong Chu, 回来了. Pu Chu, not long. Tong Tong Chu, 回来了. Tong Tong came back. Shuo said. Wai Kong Shuo, the grandfather said. Wai Mian, outside. Tai Lung, very cold. Jiao Wo called me. Kuai, quickly. Hui Chu, returned back. Tong Tong came back and told her mother that grandfather has said that it is very cold outside and asked me to go back. Pa Liang Che. Pa is to be afraid of. Liang Che, cold, afraid of the cold. Xiaolan Kan Ching Wan. Xiaolan Kan Chin, hurriedly one asked. Thaman Hai Shua, Xie Shama. Thaman they, Hai still, Shua to speak, Xie Shama, what? Have they still spoken about something? Tong Tong, Sao la Sao, Thou, Shua. Tong Tong, Sao is to scratch. Sao la Sao scratched his head. Thou, Shua said, scratched his head and said, Fang Fu Shi. Fang Fu is as if or like. Shi, na wei. Like that, Fang Fu. Imitation of Buddha. Fang is like or as if. Fu is Buddha. So, like Buddha, that. Shi, na wei. Liu, nai nai, that grandmother Liu Shuo said. 看来你大女儿. 看来, it appears, 你大女儿, elder daughter, 不喜欢, don't like, 我们are, 在一起, being together. It looks like your elder daughter don't like us being together. Wai Kong Tan, 口气. Wai Kong Tan is to sigh, 口气. Shuo. Tan Khao Chi is sighed. Shuo said. Wai Kong, the grandfather, sighed and said, Kong Pa, I'm afraid. Waman, we. Zhenang only can. Xiang, like. Thielu. Thielu is a railway. Shang, up. The Liang Thiao, the two rails. Kang Kue, tracks. I'm afraid that we can only be like two tracks on a railway. Jian Guan, Yilu, Ping Jian, Tong Sheng. Jian Guan, even though or although. Yilu, Yilu is going the same way. Ping Jian, Ping Jian is side by side. Tong Sheng. Tong Sheng is to travel together, although we are walking on the same road side by side. Khe, but. Yang Yuan, forever. Ye, also. Pu Hui, cannot. Zai, Yi Chi, be together. I'm afraid that we are like two tracks of a railway, although walking side by side in the same direction, but can never get together. August 5, 1988. Xuanzi, 98 year, 9th month, Renmin Wan Shui. Wan Shui is literature, Renmin Wan Shui, people's literature. So it is taken from September edition 1988 of Renmin Wan Shui. This was amongst the last stories written by the writer. Ping Xin, which we just studied as lesson 68 or the last chapter of elementary Chinese. Reader 4.